Hi, Minna Vener. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Singer Dad Reacts. My name is Josh, and I'm here to do another Angelina Jordan reaction. I was looking back over my content and trying to look for what I should do next, and it looks like it's been a while since I had my stunned reaction to Angelina Jordan's I Put a Spell on You. So, with that, I'm going to do a reaction today to Feelin' Good. This was one many of you recommended from when she was 10 years old, which is just after she did I Put a Spell on You at 9. So I really wanted to see her take on this. I've heard the Michael Bublé version. I like Michael Bublé a lot. And of course, this particular song was also sung by Nina Simone. And I know that Angelina likes Nina, and she's done several songs that Nina has done also, including I Put a Spell on You. In fact, this song, Feeling Good, Nina did it, and it was on her album, I think in 1965, that was entitled I Put a Spell on You. So it's all kind of connected. So with that, I'm going to jump right in, and what I do in my reactions, for those of you that are new, is I normally read through the lyrics and then jump right into the reaction. So if you're not into the lyrics part of what I do, feel free to skip forward to the next section on my YouTube video, which is the reaction. I put the sections in my YouTube videos for that reason, so that if you're not into this, you can skip forward like that. So those of you that are interested, the song is Feeling Good. The songwriters are Anthony Newley and Leslie Bricus for the musical The Roar of the Grease Paint, The Smell of the Crowd, which is released in 1964. And I think Nina, like I said, I think her cover of it was done in 65, I think. And here are the lyrics I got. These are the lyrics that I found that were associated with Angelina's performance, so hopefully they're in line with what she sings. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Reeds drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom in the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me, and I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. So I love the mood of this song, right? It's just a very positive, bright song that just talks about a lot about nature and the things going on around us that we should be, noticing, that give us a reason to rejoice in life and to look forward to new days that are coming, right? Fish in the sea, birds in the sky, dragonflies out in the sun, stars when you shine. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, right? So it's all about kind of living life a day at a time and having an attitude that each day can be better than the last. And I think that's a powerful message for each of us, to look at it that way and say, life is awesome, and maybe it was a tough day, but I should be grateful I have it tomorrow, and I have an opportunity to make something better of my day tomorrow, and look on the bright side about what happens tomorrow, and notice more of the little things around me that are beautiful and add light to my life, whether that's music or loved ones or time that we have with people we care about. Whatever those little things are, we need to appreciate those and treasure those things in our lives. And that's kind of my take on it. So if you have any insights or thoughts on these lyrics, I welcome that in my comments. Feel free to kind of let me know what your feelings are when you hear these lyrics or listen to this song. And I'd be interested to learn more about that. So with that, I have this all queued up here. And again, for those that are new to my channel or that haven't already, if you could please click on the subscribe and click on the little notifications bell there so that you can be notified of any of my new reactions. I would appreciate the support. And let's dive right in here.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel.
I love the violins.
Sun in the sky,
That's cool.
you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
You can see the growth. That's one of the things on my channel that I do is I watch the progression of these artists. And I have to say that like year to year with Angelina, there's almost more growth than any other artist I've seen. Like even between 9 and now this is 10, I can see and then also hear in the maturity in her voice and the growth and the richness coming through in her timbre and in her interpretation and her like immersing herself into the story of the song and into communicating the message of the song. She's just an amazing artist, and I'm excited to see what she does with this. But look at her hand right there, right? She's so free with the way that she expresses herself as she's singing the song. She's not like, I don't get the sense that anything that she does is like scripted or choreographed or you know, like kind of pre-thought. She may plan certain things for her performance. She's very meticulous that way, but when it comes to it and she's singing it, she's just feeling it. So everything related to that is just coming out naturally. Let me go back just a little bit here. See how she's moving her hand there?
It's a new day.
Her timing is perfect.
Life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Oh, I like that little slide. Nice. The brass is great.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel.
You can tell she's feeling the music. She's moving.
You know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Oh,
You hear that little cry in her voice?
and I'm feeling good.
Did you hear that little cry in her voice? Let's go back and I'll point it out to you. She's been doing it consistently on these verses. Let's see.
On the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.
Right there. At the end of the life, she kind of adds a little cry at the end of that. She does these little things that are just her own little style elements, that I call them, that she's adding to the performance that just make it unique and add kind of that special feel to it.
It's a new day, it's a new life
Right there. Yeah.
for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know?
I like that.
Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace one day done, that's what I mean. And this whole world is a new world, and this whole world
She did it again right there.
and I'm feeling good.
See how comfortable she is with the camera? Like, what 10-year-old do you know that's just so completely comfortable and owning it and putting so much into the performance? It's uncanny for me still. After watching several of her performances, I still just shake my head at what a consummate professional she is. Like, you saw how the camera was kind of coming in there close and kind of moving to the side of where she was, and she kind of looked at it and just like she was looking out at the people and adding something into the performance. She's awesome. See right there? This is where it's
And
awesome.
this whole
Right.
world for me, and
Right
I'm
there.
feeling good.
It's crazy.
When you shine, you know how I feel.
That was cool.
Look behind, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine. I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's
Nice.
a new life for me. And feeling good.
Wow. I'm going to go back real quick and hear that last part again. This is a short song, so let's see. She really owned it at this end part here. Right here, yeah.
And feeling good.
Did you hear how she does different things with her larynx and with her voice that kind of change the brightness and the darkness of her tone? You saw that on I Put a Spell on You quite a bit, actually. And she did it right there as well. I don't know if you heard kind of the tone darken as she kind of went to the top part of that little riff she did right there. But she kind of did like she kind of made it a more of a darker tone by kind of dropping the larynx a little bit, angling it. So she has control over what she does. I don't think ever it's a case where she's doing that so that she can hit those notes or, anything like that. I think it's just she wanted it to be more kind of darker and grittier when she was doing that top little part, that part of the run. And so she kind of altered that aspect of how she was presenting the sound, because she, even at this young age, understands how to change her voice and make it sound different and change things up for different parts of the song, depending on what she's trying to do. So she's just a professional. I mean, it's just crazy. I'll go back one more time so you can hear what I'm talking about, where she kind of darkens it up there at the very top. It's right right there. And it's back to kind of a little bit brighter sound right there. Then she went up into her head voice there a little bit. Awesome. Her little curtsy. I'm always reminded of that when I watch artists like this, the younger artists, whether that's Diana or Angelina or whatever, that they're children, they're young, right? And because they're such consummate professionals, and they bring something that's totally beyond their years, and so you have to kind of come back to reality when you see them at the, like when she stepped out of the song, which is what I've talked about before as far as what she does, where she's immersed in the song and then it's over and then she steps out and then she's just Angelina, the little girl that is just a kid, right? And so you kind of saw that. I pointed out the little curtsy. I mean, that's just that's a product of that, right? It's little things she did there that she was probably taught or whatever when she was younger. So, and I think that's part of what makes what she does so magical, is that she is this little professional artist with, you know, amazing gifts in musicality and the vocal aspect, as far as what she can produce with her voice, and poise, as far as being able to just step up on stage and give an amazing performance and not bat an eye or show any signs of nervousness or anything. It's crazy. It's crazy to me to see what she does, and I'm just that much more excited to see like what she continues to do and how she grows and get to like her recent stuff that she's doing. Because I think she's around 15 now. I think this was around 5 years ago. So 15 or 16, I think. So I'm excited to get to that point in her journey. So if you have other suggestions for when she was 10 years old, I know there were a couple more that you guys suggested on my last reaction. But if you have more that you would suggest for me to react to from this time period, I would appreciate that. Put those down in the comments. And I will close this out, as I do with all of my reactions, by reaching out across the world to each of you to let you know that you are special, you are loved, and you can accomplish your dreams. And I'm adding a couple things into that with given everything going on in the world, to say you also are not alone and you can be happy. And I hope that each of you is happy and does not feel alone or threatened in any way. And those of you that are involved with what's going on with the wars and the things and some of the natural disasters and things that are happening in the world, my heart goes out to you, and I hope that all is well with you. And if you've had loss in your family or with those that are close to, that your heart will be comforted, and you can find some solace through my channel and through the community that we build up here together, and the music that we enjoy that inspires us so much. So thank you again for all of your support out there, and take care.